With reboots and reimaginings running rampant, and with a series that ran as long as Barney and Friends did, it's no surprise that Barney's World wasn't the first time that our purple dinosaur was facing the prospect of a totally new show. So let's kick it back a bit and explore the history of cancelled Barney reboots. Firstly, I feel it's impossible to get into this territory without bringing up 1998's honorary mention, an animated spin-off called BJ and the Radical Rumblebutts. It's, certainly a title. After marketing research, Lyric Studios found that the over 4 male demographic had outgrown Barney and Friends, but did have a definite attachment to the rambunctious 7-year-old BJ, who would be aged up and made hipper. Portfolio Entertainment, the Canadian studio behind hit show Groundling Marsh, caught Lyric's attention, and the two companies reached an agreement to produce the series, with Lyric handling mostly merchandising and licensing. Cheryl Leach, the creator of Barney, would have served as a consultant. We don't really know how far they got into production, or even what a rumblebutt actually is. I kinda hope it's a bug of some kind. Tim Klott, Lyric's then CEO, indicated that they had brought on writers and producers, and that scripts were written, but the show never saw its planned 2000 release. In 2002, Barney and Friends transitioned from the school and treehouse home base to a completely new park environment. While not a total reimagining, the show remained largely the same content-wise. It was still a sort of soft rebooting of the original concept. As such, there were various concepts that ultimately culminated in the 2002 reset that were never used. An early idea would have seen the show move into Barney's house, a location introduced in 2000's Come On Over to Barney's House. This concept was marketed pretty hard too, with a touring show, books, and a couple of other appearances in clip show home videos. The concept was ultimately dropped as, unlike a schoolyard or a park, a house is a completely private location, and the producers wanted a blend of both. It's for that reason a daycare center was also posed as a potential setting, but that too was dropped. Cheryl Leach, who returned to consult on the new season, posed the idea of a train depot, which was condensed and modified into the caboose that the park set has become ubiquitous with. Would have been funny to imagine a dinosaur running around a bunch of trains, though. After the hiatus turned cancellation following the 14th season, another refresh of the series was considered that would follow where Barney lived in Barney's imaginary land, or world, if you will. The concept, a sort of inverse of the original concept, didn't go any further than these initial talks, and the show remained dormant. That is, until late 2015, when Hit Entertainment, under Mattel, partnered up with 9 Story Media Group to not only distribute the original series, but to produce a totally new reboot. The show would have released in 2017 with 52 11-minute episodes, but surprise, surprise, it didn't see production. This is kind of a fork in the road because there were at least 2 different reboot concepts, and the most well-known of those was Baby Barney. Pretty true to its name, Barney would have been aged down, and it would be he who learned all the various lessons and educational standards rather than teaching. This idea, unsurprisingly, didn't test well and was scrapped. As for the other pitch, character and set concepts by 9 Story series director and designer Dave McDougall depict another, very different Barney in a whole new dinosaur world. While 2 human characters, named Pearl and Leo, would remain, Baby Bop and BJ were replaced with a whole slew of other dino characters, like these dino triplets, and even this, maybe, pet mammoth. This imaginary flashback to the Paleolithic with Barney is complete with equally prehistoric sets like the Paleo Place City Center and a rock school. While a fairly interesting concept to say the least, it doesn't really give Barney in any meaningful way. Sure, this puppety guy may have his colors and spots, but this entire series seems kind of like a knockoff PBS show from around that time. If it had been offered the chance to develop away from Barney, it may have made for a unique standalone show, but it's certainly a jarring jump. Whether you're a fan of Barney's World or not, it's fascinating to see how the revitalization and reinvention of Barney changed over time. While Barney will probably always work best in his original, live-action format, it's good to cover all your dino tracks to see what's out there. Even UPA-styled Barney. As always, if you're looking to learn more, don't hesitate to check out my friends at Barney Wiki and Barney History Fans. Thanks for watching!